436. All right, we're gonna get started here in a bit. Just sit tight. Just say hello in the chat there, just so I know you guys are there and alive, and let me know that the audio's good here. For those that are interested, we're hanging out on 10 meters today for World Amateur Radio Day. I'm going to try that first, see how we do.
Uniform 5, Tango Foxtrot.
It looks pretty active on 10 meters, so if you haven't jumped on there, give it a shot. I know we've got a couple other solar flares, and based off the index, things are not so great, but we're going to try 10 meters first and see how we do. Because why not?
Papa Yankee
Spain
4,
popping in
Yankee
there.
Yankee, Papa Yankee 4. Papa Uniform 5, Tango Foxtrot. Papa Uniform 5, Tango Foxtrot.
All right, all. Welcome. For those on the live stream, good to see you. Just going to give it a little bit here. It looks like the bands are doing pretty okay for 10 meters here. But let me know how the audio is there in the chat if you are on. We're going to try our hand at 10 meters today. As I mentioned earlier, the band conditions for World Amateur Radio Day, at least here in the Northeast, are pretty poor in terms of the index there. So we're going to just give it a shot and try it out, and I may flip over to 20 somewhere along the line, but 10 is doing pretty well. So if you've been super busy in life and haven't paid attention, it is World Amateur Radio Day. So if you are an amateur radio operator, I encourage you to get out and do some radio activity today. You know, whether it's out in the public or you're on the airwaves, just get out and fire up those HTs and mobile rigs, or if you're doing HF and you get a chance to do that, go out and do that as well. And with today, our weather was pretty bad in terms of conditions. It's raw, cold, and definitely rainy here in Nashua. I'm actually hopefully activating the Nashua Rail Trail here, which is US 8396, and working towards adding a few more cues, hopefully, to my kilo there. But 10 meters is doing pretty good. I got the Wolf River coil set up with just the mast on the base, and 10 meters is coming in pretty good here. So let's just spin the dial, see if we can find anything, and maybe make a contact or two, and then maybe I'll try to activate. There's only really one park being currently posted on the spotting page. I can't hear it currently, but there are other stations out there. Alright, let's see if we can find anything a little lower. Same frequency here. I'm going to spin the dial a little bit here. I don't see anybody currently in the chat right now, so I'm just going to find a spot here. Maybe I can find this park here, 436. Currently the only one that's on the spotting page right now is sitting on 28436 here, and can't quite hear him. Now, let's stay in the novice band here. So I'm going to grab, let's say 426. So .424 sounds like a good spot. Is the frequency in use? Is the frequency in use? This is N1JUR. All right, we're gonna park ourselves on 28424. All right, let's post ourselves here. Let's see if we can get a couple of contacts. Hit my spotting page. Park US 38396 sideband. Okay, let's see if it hits the spotting page here. CQ Parks on the air, CQ Parks on the air, CQ Parks on the air, CQ Parks on the air. This is N1JUR, November 1, Juliet United Radio at US 8396, Nashua Rail Trail in New Hampshire, calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA. This is N1JUR, November 1, Juliet United Radio at US 8396, Nashua Rail Trail in New Hampshire, calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA. This is N1JUR, November 1, Juliet United Radio at US 8396, calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA. This is N1JUR, November 1, Juliet United Radio on US 8396, Nashua Rail Trail in New Hampshire, calling CQ Parks on the air for World Amateur Radio Field Day, calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by.
Whiskey 1, Sierra November Hotel.
Whiskey 1, Sierra November Hotel. I got you a nice strong 5-7 here into US 8396.
All right, you're down in the noise. I'll say 5-3 for you, but hopefully you have an umbrella out there and you stand dry.
Well, I am currently in the truck here, live streaming, but yeah, I just made a executive decision here to decide that I was going to leave my antenna out in the rain and I was going to stay nice and warm and dry here. So we'll give 10 meters a shot here for a little while, see if we make a couple of contacts. 20, at least by the spotting page, seems a little busy, so I might jump over there a little later. But thanks for picking me up there, and appreciate the contact.
Roger that. Everyone out there on N1JUR Amateur Radio, make sure you like and subscribe.
I appreciate the shameless plug there, my friend. As always, thanks again, and we'll catch you later. Let everybody know.
7-3.
7-3. This is N1JUR. QRZ. That was my buddy Ryan there. Thanks again, Ryan, for the shameless plug. Appreciate you, as always, picking us up. And it's always fun making contact with you, even though you're running a 50-foot tower with a nice 4-element beam there. CQ Parks on the air, CQ Parks on the air, CQ Parks on the air, CQ Parks on the air. This is N1JUR, November 1, Juliet United Radio at US 8396, calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA. This is N1JUR, November 1, Juliet United Radio, calling from US 8396, calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by.
CQ Parks on the air, CQ Parks on the air, CQ Parks on the air, CQ Parks on the air. This is November 1.
Yeah, as Ryan mentioned, 10 meters, or just in general, the weather around here, not 10 meters, is pretty yucky. So I am very much going to be operating here from the luxury of my truck, and you know, sorry you guys can't experience Mother Nature in its finest while we live stream here. But hey, you do what you do, right? You want to, you know, comfort is always number one on my list when it comes to park activations.
CQ Parks on the air, CQ Parks on the air, CQ Parks on the air, CQ Parks on the air. This is November 1, Juliet Uniform Radio.
If you guys got any questions about my setup or anything, feel free to throw them in the comments as always. And just let me know how the audio is as well. If you can let me know in the chat, I'd appreciate that. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA. This is N1JUR, November 1, Juliet United Radio at US 8396, calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. CQ Parks on the air, CQ Parks on the air, CQ Parks on the air, CQ Parks on the air. This is N1JUR, November 1, Juliet United Radio at US 8396, calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA. This is November 1, Juliet United Radio at US 8396, calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. Let's see if the POTA spots page sees me. Yep, it does. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA. This is N1JUR, November 1, Juliet United Radio at US 8396, Nashua Rail Trail in New Hampshire, calling CQ Parks on the air for World Amateur Radio Field Day. Anyone, anywhere. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA. This is N1JUR, November 1, Juliet United Radio at US 8396, calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. Currently running Wolf River coil with just the 17-foot whip tied to the base, and trying it on 10 meters for right now, and if we don't get anywhere, we're gonna kind of move up to 20 meters to see if we can make a few more contacts, at least to get the park activated here. But if you've been on the air for the past 4 or 5 days, it's been a lot of solar flares, and just storms in general, and so it's been tough. But hey, if you can weather those and still have fun with radio, then hey, when the bad times really come and the solar index, the solar cycle starts to dip again, then it'll be a little more tolerable and you can handle it. So let's try this again. CQ Parks on the air, CQ Parks on the air, CQ Parks on the air, CQ Parks on the air. This is N1JUR, November 1, Juliet United Radio at US 8396, calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA. This is N1JUR, November 1, Juliet United Radio at US 8396 at Nashua Rail Trail in New Hampshire, calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. I'm hearing an Alpha station there in the noise again. Try a couple of times. I think I copy Alpha Kilo question mark Juliet Uniform QSL. The Alpha Kilo station, again, I'm missing your section number. Yeah, you're really, that Alpha station's really in the noise there. I don't know if you can hear that. It's just not much to pull out. The Alpha Kilo station, again, try again, see if we can pull you up out of the noise. All right, nothing heard. Try again, maybe later conditions can change. This is November 1, Japan United Radio, N1JUR at US 8396, or Nashua Rail Trail in New Hampshire, calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA. This is N1JUR, November 1, Juliet United Radio at US 8396, calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. Hey, those that are in the chat, if you can throw a number 1 in there to let me know how the audio is, see if you actually hear it, your levels are good. This is N1JUR calling CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA. This is November 1, Japan United Radio at US 8396, Nashua Rail Trail, calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. Stations out there, they aren't hearing me. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA. This is N1JUR, November 1, Juliet United Radio, calling from US 8396, calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA. This is N1JUR, November 1, Juliet United Radio at US 8396, calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. Got my dunks. CQ Parks on the air, CQ Parks on the air, CQ Parks on the air, CQ Parks on the air. This is N1JUR, November 1, Juliet United Radio, calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA. This is N1JUR, November 1, Juliet United Radio at US 8396, calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. I think I'm running 100 watts. Yeah, okay. We're putting out some power there. Okay. Nope. We are about 20 minutes in. I'm going to give this another... Yeah, okay, AK6U. Thanks for posting on the spotting page there. Glad to I didn't get you in the log though, but hopefully we can try again. I'll keep punching away at it probably for the next 10 minutes. And then I think I'm going to switch over to 20 meters and see if we can do it a little bit better. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA. This is N1JUR, November 1, Juliet United Radio at US 8396, calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA. This is N1JUR, November 1, Juliet United Radio at US 8396, calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA. This is N1JUR, November 1, Juliet United Radio at US 8396, calling CQ Parks on the Air. At Nashua Rail Trail, calling CQ Parks on the Air. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA. This is N1JUR, November 1, Juliet United Radio at US 8396, calling CQ Parks on the Air and standing by. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA. This is N1JUR, November 1, Juliet United Radio, calling CQ Parks on the Air and standing by. So, in honor of World Amateur Radio Day, I felt I should grab 12 interesting facts off of facts.net about the International Amateur Radio Union and World Amateur Radio Day. Here's just kind of one of them, and I'm going to scatter them throughout the stream here. It was created because it was the anniversary in formation in Paris in 1925. So, you know, this date has always become a symbol of solidarity among amateur radio operators. I think for myself, I don't remember much about it when I had my ticket very early on when I was younger. But, you know, obviously now with the proliferation of the internet and being able to spread this stuff through social media, yeah, it's a little bit more widely known. So this is my first try doing this, and definitely doing a live stream on it. So, you know, if you're doing anything for your World Amateur Radio Day, you know, post it in the comments, let me know. I'm curious to see what others are doing and spreading the wealth of radio there. So let's keep trying this 10 meters, and I think I might adjust the antenna in about a couple of minutes to go to 20. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA. This is N1JUR. November 1, Juliet United Radio at US 8396, Nashua Rail Trail in New Hampshire, calling CQ Parks on the Air and standing by. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA. This is N1JUR, November 1, Juliet United Radio at US 8396, Nashua Rail Trail, doing CQ Parks on the Air and standing by. Alpha Kilowatt 6 United. I finally heard you up all the noise there. I finally got the full call. I got you about a 4444 here into US 8396 QSL. Well, Roger, Northern California there. We're doing a quick live stream here on my channel, so I got you there in the log if you want to kind of hear yourself. And appreciate you picking us up and making the contact there. I did see you hit the spotting page, and so that kind of triggered me to listen to it. So glad we got to make that contact. Yeah, I think you faded there in the noise a little bit. I caught a little bit at the beginning, and then you got slurped up there. So thanks again for the contact and working us, and I appreciate that. And we might be on 20 meters a little later, so if you want to try that band as well, you know, it'd be awesome. So with that, thanks again for the contact and hunting us in 7-3. All right, CQ Parks on the Air, CQ Parks on the Air, CQ Parks on the Air, CQ Parks on the Air. This is N1JUR, November 1, Juliet United Radio, calling from US 8396, calling CQ Parks on the Air and standing by. Hey Mike, glad to have you on there, buddy. Thanks for taking time out this morning to watch. And you gonna do anything for World Amateur Radio Day today at all? CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA. This is N1 JUR, November 1, Juliet United Radio, calling from US 8396, calling CQ Parks on the air for World Amateur Radio Day, and standing by. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA. This is N1 JUR, November 1, Juliet United Radio at US 8396, Nashua Rail Trail, calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA. This is N1 JUR, November 1, Juliet United Radio, calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. All right, Mike. Well, hey, hopefully you have safe travels there, my friend, and enjoy your lunch before you head out. You flying or you driving? CQ Parks on the air, CQ Parks on the air, CQ Parks on the air, CQ Parks on the air. This is N1 JUR, November 1, Juliet United Radio, calling from US 8396, Nashua Rail Trail in Nashua, New Hampshire, calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. So here's another fun fact from Amateur Radio Day. The significance of amateur radio, also known as ham radio, allows people to communicate across cities, seas, and even into space without the need of the internet or mobile networks. It's the best use of conventional communications when all channels fail. As we all know, amateur radio operators have been instrumental in providing assistance, obviously, in these times of crisis. So, as we all know, we are very much in the world of the internet, and cell phones are always go-to device. But ham radio, even though it's a great emergency communications tool, it's also a fun hobby to play in. So if you're never been in amateur radio, never tried it, head over to or Google ARL and check out the information there. And you can always head over to my website, n1jur.com, and find out more about the hobby. And if you got questions, feel free to email me anytime. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA. This is N1 JUR, November 1, Juliet United Radio, calling from US 8396, calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. Yeah, Mike, that's a really good opportunity if, and there we go. I just grabbed Tom's there. Let me go back to Mike's here real quick. Yeah, if you've got a radio in the car and you're out and about, make a few contacts on VHF, UHF. See if you can get a few folks in the log and, keep the bands active and the airways, busy. So always a good suggestion. And, yep, Tom, thanks again for the contact, man. I appreciate you. Digging you out of the noise was a little challenging out of California, but always good to get you there in the log, and I appreciate you chiming in, man. And happy World Amateur Radio Day. All right, CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA. This is N1 JUR, November 1, Juliet United Radio, calling from US 8396, calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. Yeah, so we've got about a total of 2 contacts, Ryan and AK6U, and so I am gonna probably put a pause here real quick. I'm gonna jump over to 20, looking at the POTA spots page. 20 tends to be at least a little bit pretty active. I mean, there's quite a few 20-meter stations. So give me 2 seconds here. I'm going to throw you guys in the background real quick, and I'm going to go swap to 20 meters, and we'll get this thing going here. Sorry I don't have music to play in the background here. Maybe I'll just talk to myself while I'm tuning. Let me grab my analyzer here. And I'm just using a Wolf River coil on the 17-foot whip on the base, the 22-inch or 21-inch base. So let me see if I can tune it here real quick using my handy dandy rig expert here. Let's go single band. change here to 14. 14, 250. We'll try that. Oh, come on. 2. Okay, see where this puts me. All right, so we're pretty high on the SWR scale. So let me make a quick antenna change here, and we'll be right back. So sit tight, talk amongst yourselves, as they say. All right, you probably can hear me talk to myself here real quick. I'm going to throw my center loaded configuration on and lower the whip. For those that aren't channel subscribers, you might want to, only because I am going to be doing a giveaway soon, because we just crested over 1,000 subs. So appreciate everybody who is currently a sub and has subscribed. But you know, if you haven't, you still have time. We'll be doing a couple of giveaways. I've got a bunch of antennas and swag and fun stuff, and we've definitely got a lot more coming down the pipe here in terms of new things. So looking forward to it, pretty excited, and really looking forward to taking you guys on an interesting journey here. So let me check the gauge. So we are running 3.121. So let me lower the antenna a little bit more here. Yeah, you guys can't see this currently because I am not multicam set up here. All right, SWR is 1.9, so let me just lower it a little bit more, and we'll get it in the right spot. 1.65, yeah, I think that's good enough. Hey, it's good enough for government work here, so I got the antenna down to 1.65 to 1, and we're gonna jump back here in the truck, get that thing hooked back up, and get on 20 meters. Let's see if we can make a bunch more contacts, because apparently, even though the index says it's crappy and poor conditions, people are using it. So let's go to 20 here. All right, so let's flip back here. All right, we are back. And we got 10 people in the chat here. So if you're new to the chat, appreciate you jumping in there. Thanks again for watching. I am just in the middle of here switching bands and going to 20 meters, because I did try, 10 meters and, made about 2 contacts, but that's totally fine for attempt on 10. And so we're going to hop over to 20 meters and see if we can find a few of these parks on the spotting page and maybe make a few contacts while we're doing that. Let's just check the chat here real quick. All right, so we are sitting at, let's try this, set the time, frequency. I'll change my spotting page in a second here. But let's see if we can find a few parks already, to see if we can do a couple park to parks. Tom, yeah, I usually solve that problem altogether by just literally setting up multiple antennas and an AB switch. I don't usually do a lot of live streaming from the truck, so being outdoors, it makes it a little easier. But yeah, I totally agree. I'd probably be able to afford more antennas. Alright, so let's just do this. So kind of one of my MOs, and I don't know if anybody in the chat are Parks on the POTA guys and gals. I usually just hit the spotting page in hammers and kind of just scan up and down and try to make a bunch of contacts there as quickly as I can, because it's very easy to do, and you usually kind of get a lot, preferential treatment, we'll say, as a park to park. So I usually tend to get the front the line scenarios, and when you do, you know, you can get a couple contacts and move on, and so it makes it a little easier, especially in like conditions like this. So I'm currently spinning. I don't know if you guys can hear the rig there. 20 meters is kind of quiet, but there are some stations out there, so I don't know. We'll see. 281.
Charlie Oscar Bravo, KQ4 COD, calling CQ for Parks on the Air.
Park to park, park to park.
Number 4, Mike Yankee Zulu.
Station ending in November Oscar, would you please stand by? I'm looking for the Kilo November 4 station. I think I heard Kilo November 4 Mike Yankee Zulu. Would you come now, please?
That is correct. Kilo November 4. Mike
Yeah, Tom, I'm going to probably jump over to 17 a little bit. I'm going to try at least 3 bands today. That's my goal before the top of the hour there, but you know, my main goal first is to definitely make sure I activate the park.
If you'll stand by, please, I'll pass the mic to second operator.
Yeah, there we go. We got a, you know, 2 activator park
Kilo
here.
Quebec 4, Charlie Oscar Juliet, KQ4COJ, and you will get strong 5-9 up here in North Carolina
Hanging Rock
this morning.
State
You got our
Park.
park
I wonder where
numbers,
that
I'm
is.
sure, and I appreciate you hunting us down. You're 5-7 into North Florida this morning.
Oh, Florida. There we go. Yeah.
7-3, this is Kilo Quebec 4, Charlie Oscar Juliet, looking for the November Oscar station.
Oh, really? Interesting strategy. It's almost like they're running split.
All right, I got Kilo Bravo 1, Yankee November Oscar, and sounded like you were about a 5-7 there. I'll double check the meters when you talk to Shirley. We're in...
How's the audio, guys? You're able to hear myself in the radio, no problem?
Yep, you were 5-7 in here, and I'll pass you over to Shirley.
Oh boy, it's a slow twofer
We
activation
copied
here.
your station, Kilo Bravo 1, Yankee November Oscar. This is Kilo Quebec 4, Charlie Oscar Bravo, KQ4COD, and you are 5-7 into our 2 parks in North Carolina this morning.
Thanks for the feedback, Tim. Appreciate it.
Roger that. Thanks for the 5-8 from Massachusetts. Appreciate that contact. That's great.
Should be able to hear me. Come on. Call QRZ.
This is Kilo Quebec 4, Charlie Oscar Bravo, calling CQ for Parks on the Air.
Park to park, park to park, park to park.
Station ending in Oscar, would you stand by, please? And I'd like the Park to Park
Thank
station
you.
to come now, please. Park to Park station, come now.
All right, this is November 1, Japan United Radio, N1JUR, calling from US 8396. I got you a strong 5-9 here, and go ahead.
Roger that. Well, you're a 5-6 coming into our 2 parks, and again, my call sign is Kilo Quebec 4, Charlie Oscar Bravo. Our 2 park numbers are US 8313 and 2735. And if you'll stand by, please, I'll pass the mic to my second operator.
Oh boy. Okay.
This is Kilo Quebec 4, Charlie Oscar Juliet, KQ4COJ. And again, we're in 8313 and 2735, and I have your park number is 8396. QSL?
All right, Roger. The 2 parks there threw me a little bit of curve, but yeah, I got you both in there in the log. I got you about a 5-8 into 8396 here, and happy World Amateur Radio Day, and got you here on the live stream as well, as we're just you know, celebrating playing radio, and glad to get you on a twofer and a 2-op.
Well, thanks a lot. We appreciate it. Yeah, it's a great day to be in a park today, that's for sure. 7-3.
7-3s, and good luck with your park to park. This is N1JUR.
This is Kilo Quebec 4, Charlie Oscar Juliet, the Oscar station. Kilo India 5.
Okay, 8135. If I I can get the park numbers right here.
All right, got Kilo India 5.
All right, so let's.
Yankee.
Yeah, it's a double twofer and a two park. So
KQ4COJ.
let's spin the dial again there. So this is exactly why I do this. You know, to obviously just kind of stack the deck a little bit with contacts. Yeah, you were very hard to dig out there, Tom, but definitely glad to get a California station. It was good to make that in the log for sure. All right, so let's note with my glasses here. 282 here, nothing there. Oh, he's a little bit off. 295. Let's go up a little bit here. Nothing there. 305. Nothing there. 310. I appreciate everybody on the live stream. You know, hopefully you're having a little fun on World Amateur Radio Day. It's a mouthful sometimes. You know, I tried to take a little bit of a break here, but you know, wanted to do a little live stream. It's currently cold and rainy here, so not much of a great park day, but still fun to be able to do it from the truck for sure. And sorry you're at work there, Tim. All right, so let's just keep going here. 316. And now I know what a one-arm paper hanger feels like, trying to manage a live stream and the radio all at once. I usually have somebody next to me if I'm doing a dual park activation and managing the radio. I can do other things. Nothing 319. Getting a little quieter here. 335. Yep. Yep, nothing there. That's another dual activation too as well. Oh no, they went QRT. I forgot to flip QRT off. Dang it. I logged. All right. Oh, a couple more stations. Oh, California. No, those are VE6 stations. So let's go to 254 again. Let's just try at the bottom where I had nothing before, and then I'm going to start see if I can find a frequency to park on and try call CQ Parks in the Air. 254. Yeah, Tim. That is true. It's almost like US test, but a little harder, and you're getting paid for it, so you really can't do it as a true endeavor. All right, so nothing on 254 or 257 here. Ooh. It's a little off frequency. Must be.
Roger, you're fading fast on me. I got you about a 4-4 QSL.
Right, let's see if we can pick this guy up. He's at US 3843. Yep. Yep,
you're fading out on me, but I got everything. Now hopefully you did too. 73s.
Yeah, so we can grab him.
Roger, 73. Where are you located at? What's your location, November 8 Kilo Papa Romeo?
So just curious, obviously a few folks have already said if they were going to do any or had any plans to do for World Amateur Radio Day. If you just joined and you're going to be doing something, feel free to post in the chat. Let us know. Always interested in supporting others. And if you're new to the channel, definitely leave a 1 there in the comment just so I know. And I'll be happy to give you a good shout out there. All right, let's see if we can grab this park here before I do an activation. So
QSO, I got a 5-9 on you here into November Charlie at United Sierra 3843
North Carolina.
QSO.
Okay.
Roger. Well, I love going out doing it. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland, heading to Florida, so I love hitting parks. Roger. Thank you. 73 to you. Have a great day. Q is that?
Park to park.
work
Yes,
out
you
there.
did.
Stand by. I got you next. Kilo 5, Alpha Romeo Echo, QSL.
As I said before, my strategy is picking all the park-to-parks as it gets me to the front of the line. It also gets me into trouble too, because some some activators don't like to always give precedence, but I'm okay with it. I'm not going anywhere fast, as long as he's recognized it.
Roger, thank you. 73 to you. That was a park-to-park station. Go ahead.
All right, this is November 1, Juliet United Radio, N1 JUR, park-to-park.
Okay, November 1, Juliet Radio. Go ahead with your park-to-park.
Call sign again, corrections, November 1, Japan Uniform Radio, N1 JUR, QSL.
Okay, I got you that time. Sorry about it. I got you as November 1, Juliet Uniform Radio, QSL.
QSL. I got you a nice 5-8 here, 5-8 into my park of US 8396 in New Hampshire, QSL.
Roger, November 1, Juliet Uniform Radio into United Sierra 8896 up in New Hampshire. My call sign here is Kilo Charlie 3, Sierra Echo Golf, Army, North Carolina. November Charlie is Uniform Sierra 3843,
QSL on your park. I just want to confirm that you got US 8396. That's 8396. Roger.
Okay, Roger, 8396. I got it.
Okay, wanted to make sure I'm in the right park there, and I got you park to park. Good luck with your activation and park to park, and happy amateur radio day there. And we're just doing a little live stream, so if you're interested, check the channel out, and you'll be able to catch us a little later. So with that, 7-3.
Okay, Roger, 73 to you, and I thank you for that information. Have a great day, and good luck with your activation. This is KT3 SEG.
All right. Okay. So that worked out pretty well. Yeah, 20 meters, I'm sure, probably for
Whiskey
us.
Delta 5, go ahead.
Tom, we're not going to see, us get into, over the Mississippi until probably like mid-afternoon. I usually see, California pop over, by like 2 o'clock in the afternoon based off of some of my past activations. All right, so we got about 6 contacts from that, maybe actually 7, because I probably have to go back and re-edit one of those dual-activated, dual-park entries, but let's see what we can do. So just to kind of, here's a quick QSO map, just so folks are interested, where we're sitting. Oh, did it not update all the 6 contacts? That's really weird. Apparently everything's a little out of whack. Let's go back here. QSO map. Well, oh yeah, they're all clustered together. So that's the quick map there, just so you can see for yourself of the layout. Yeah, there's the California all the way over there. That's a 10-meter contact, and then all the rest are kind of 20. But let's try to find a open spot here that I can park myself, and we'll see if we can make a couple more contacts. And maybe we can make a few contacts with folks that are watching there. If you're outside of the New England area, you might have a good chance. Let's see here. So 277, let's do 28 something. 283. All right, so while we're just waiting, because it's a good practice to just kind of listen first, and make sure there's no other stations on that frequency. Sounds like there's somebody just a little bit above or below. Let's go up to 284. Just one more kind of quick fact on World Amateur Radio Day. We are currently, here we go. So on International Amateur Radio Day, amateurs from all over the world participate in various activities to promote the hobby. This includes public demonstrations, open houses at radio clubs, and on-air activities that aim to introduce people to amateur radio. And Parks on the Air is not that much different. If you can get out and activate, today's a rainy, crappy day, but, get out. Mike had a couple suggestions, N2MAK, if you got a mobile radio, go make contacts on 5.2. Think of opportunities to be able to just make the airways busy during, this great, holiday and day that we recognized, amateur radio. All right, so 284 looks pretty quiet here, so we are going to try to get at least 6 more contacts before, we wind things up here on the stream. So appreciate everybody, that's been on here. We had 12 people viewing us in the middle of their lunchtime period, if it's possible, or maybe a little earlier for you. So we're going to start on 284. Let me just do a quick check to see that nobody else is sitting on here. This is N1JUR. Is the frequency in use? Is the frequency in use? Yeah, Tim, I'm going to make that update now here real quick and change that. So we are no longer sitting on 10. And we are going to change that. 14.284. So for those in the chat, we're going to be sitting on 14.284 once I update the spotting page. Here we go. Come on. Is the frequency in use? Is the frequency in use? This is N1JUR. All right, doesn't look like a frequency. So we are on. Hey Shannon, thank you for joining. Yep. It looks like some of the bands are kind of up and down. We're gonna try 20 here on 284 and see if we can get at least a couple more, at least five more contacts to be able to activate the park here. So let's kick this off.
CQ Parks on the air, CQ Parks on the air. This is November 1, Juliet Uniform Radio, N1JUR, calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. CQ Parks on the air, CQ Parks on the air, CQ Parks on the air, CQ Parks on the air. This is November 1, Juliet Uniform Radio, N1JUR, calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by.
Okay. All right. Well, CQ Parks on the air, CQ Parks on the air, CQ Parks on the air, CQ Parks on the air. This is N1JUR, November 1, Juliet United Radio, calling from US 8396, calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by.
Whiskey 8, Delta Charlie Bravo.
Juliet Romeo.
All right, got two stations in there. Let's go with the Whiskey 8, Delta Charlie Bravo, QSL.
Whiskey 8, Delta Charlie Bravo, Delta Charlie Bravo. You're about a 5 and 5 in Ohio Oscar Hotel, over.
Roger, roger, the 5-5. Got you about a 5-7, 5-8 here into 8396.
Roger, roger. Thank you very much, sir. Have fun with your activation.
All right, you as well, and happy World Amateur Radio Day, and 7-3.
7-3.
This is N1JUR, QRZ. This is CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA. This is N1JUR at US 8396, calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. Oh, shoot, I stripped it down. Here's another great tip. If your radio offers it, lock your frequency. This is N1JUR, QRZ.
Kilo Echo 4, Zulu Uniform November.
Kilo Echo 4, Zulu Uniform November. Got you 5-8 here, 5-8 into 8396.
Hey, you're 5-5, North Carolina. Thank you so much. KE4ZUN.
Appreciate the 5-5. Thanks again for hunting us in 7-3. This is N1JUR, QRZ.
Kilo Bravo 4, Charlie Whiskey Golf.
Kilo Bravo 4, Charlie Whiskey Golf, 5-9 here into 8396.
Roger, roger on the 5-9. Let's make it 5-9 both ways from Taylor, Michigan.
Roger, roger, the 5-9 out of Michigan. Thanks again for hunting us. Happy World Amateur Radio Day and 7-3.
7-3 to you.
This is N1JUR, QRZ.
Alpha Delta 5, India Tango.
Alpha Delta 5, India Tango. Got you 5-5 here into 8396.
Roger, roger. You're 5-9 into Mike Sugar, Mississippi. The name here is Jim. Juliet India Mike.
QSL, Jim. Appreciate the contact and hunting us, and happy World Amateur Radio Day and 7-3.
73.
This is N1JUR, QRZ. Well, we're already at 10, so we're cooking with gas. We'll keep going for a little bit longer here. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA. This is N1JUR, November 1, Juliet United Radio at US 8396 Nashua Rail Trail in Nashua, New Hampshire on a rainy day, calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. There's a station there in the noise again. Try a couple of times. Nothing heard, nothing heard. This is N1JUR calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by.
55 Bravo Alpha Mike.
Whiskey 5, Bravo Alpha Mike, 5555 there, Barbara, into 8396.
55, you're 599 here in Mike Sugar, and the name is Barbara.
Roger, roger, the 59 there, Barbara. Thanks again for picking us up, and appreciate you hunting us, and happy World Amateur Radio Day.
73. Thank you for
73s. This is N1JUR, QRZ. Yeah, we're doing pretty well there, Tim. Yeah, Shannon, whereabouts you are, where are you located, Shannon? CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA. This is N1JUR, November 1, Juliet United Radio, calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by.
November 1, Whiskey Mike Mike.
November 1, Whiskey Mike Mike. Ed got you a 5-9, here into 8396.
Thank you for the park. Right now I have you about a 5-6, North Carolina.
Appreciate the 5-6 in North Carolina and appreciate the hunting. 7-3.
7-3.
This is N1JUR, QRZ. All right, well, we are two or three contacts over activating the park, so that's pretty good. We'll keep plugging here. We got a couple more minutes before we hit the top of the hour, so don't want to keep everybody all tied up, but always enjoy you guys jumping on here, and appreciate seeing some new names there. It's good to have you on the channel, and if you haven't subscribed, definitely head on over there and do that. Like I mentioned earlier, we'll be doing a big giveaway on our 1,000 subscriber channel soon, so you want to make sure you're subscribed and watching for that. So with that, let's keep plugging away here so we can get a couple more contacts. This is N1JUR calling CQ Parks on the air, CQ Parks on the air, CQ Parks on the air, CQ Parks on the air. This is N1JUR at US 8396, the Nashua Rail Trail in New Hampshire, calling CQ POTA and standing by. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA. This is N1JUR, November 1, Juliet United Radio, calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA. This is N1JUR, November 1, Juliet United Radio at US 8396, calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. Roger, that's Shannon. Bummer we can't try, but I'll make sure. What's your call sign? I can make sure I can get, there on spotting page and we can try something in the future maybe. Love to get you in the log. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA. This is N1JUR, November 1, Juliet United Radio, calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. Yeah, Shannon, we'll be doing a big couple of giveaways. I've got a couple of Reliance end-fed antennas that we'll be giving away. Pending on scheduling, I might have a new antenna that I'll be giving away. Definitely a bunch of swag and stickers and a whole bunch of other stuff. So, definitely make sure you're tuned in for that. So, this is N1JUR calling CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA. This is N1JUR, November 1, Juliet Uniform Radio, calling from US 8396, calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. Man, I still, from time to time, catch myself wanting to say K8396. It just stuck for so long. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA. This is N1JUR, November 1, Juliet United Radio at US 8396, calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by.
9 Juliet Papa Romeo.
All right, copy to 9 Juliet Papa Romeo.
That's a Whiskey 9.
All right, Whiskey 9, Juliet Papa Romeo, 5-9 here into 8396.
USL, thank you. I got you 5-6 in Illinois.
Appreciate that, 5-6 in Illinois, and thanks again for hunting us here, and happy World Amateur Radio Day.
Okay, thanks for being there, 73 W9JPR.
All right, you as well. This is N1JUR, QRZ. Sounds good, Shannon. I appreciate it so much, and we'll definitely make sure we get you there in ham alert for that. So Let's see if we can get a couple more. I'm gonna do my usual, and this is always my MO when I do this. So I usually do last call, and we all know with last call you always get a boatload of people. The problem with that is that with me it's the reverse. I call last call and my band just goes dead, and I get one contact. So let's see what happens. Let's do a little wager. See who you know, how many contacts you think by the end of the next 5 minutes I make, and the winner who gets closest, I'll throw you a sticker pack at the end of this. So let's go ahead, put your number in the chat there as to how many you think I'm going to get in the next 5 minutes before I you know, close off last call. All right, this is N1JUR, CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA at US 8396 Nashua Rail Trail in New Hampshire, making last call. It's calling CQ Parks on the air. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA. This is N1JUR, November 1, Juliet United Radio at US 8396, making last call.
Kilo Bravo 4, Echo Charlie Victor.
Kilo Bravo 4, Echo Charlie Victor. Got you a nice 5-9 here into 8396.
Roger, on the 5-9, I'm going to have to give you a 5-5 in the Central South Carolina.
No problem there on the 5-5. The band conditions are not always in the goodest of sorts here, but appreciate you making the contact, and thanks again for hunting.
7-3, sir.
7-3. This is N1JUR, QRZ. All right, so we got 3, we got 2. So far I got 1 there, and Mike's going with the lucky number 7, man. He's optimistic. All right, CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA. This is N1JUR, making last call for US 8396.
November Charlie 4, Golf Kilo.
Golf Kilo. November Charlie 4, Golf Kilo. I got you a 5-5 into 8396. November Charlie 4, Golf Kilo. Got you 5-5 into 8396. Roger, the 5-9 and then QRM there. Thanks again for hunting, and 7-3. That's 2. This is N1JUR making last call, QRZ. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA. This is N1JUR calling CQ Parks on the air, making last call for US 8396 and standing by. All right, we got 3 more minutes to go here. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA. This is N1JUR at US 8396 making last call. Yeah, so far. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA. This is N1JUR at US 8396 calling CQ Parks on the air, making last call. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA. This is N1JUR, November 1, Juliet United Radio at US 8396, making last call for anybody. Just stop at 2, Tom. This game's rigged. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA. This is N1JUR, November 1, Juliet United Radio at US 8396, Nashua Rail Trail in New Hampshire, calling CQ Parks on the air for last call. I got 2 more minutes, and then Tom actually might be the winner if nobody else pulls through. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA. This is N1JUR, November 1, Juliet United Radio, calling CQ Parks on the air, making last call. Somebody pulled the plug on 20. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA. This is N1JUR, November 1, Juliet United Radio at US 8396, Nashua Rail Trail in New Hampshire, calling CQ Parks on the air and making last call.
Kilo Delta 9, Mike Sierra Papa, Park to Park.
Mike Sierra Papa. Kilo Delta 9, Mike Sierra Papa. Got you a 5656 into my park of US 8396. Kilo Delta 9, Mike Sierra Papa. Got you 5-6 into my park of 8396 QSL. Tom, did you rig this? He just obviously just fell off the planet. Kilo Delta 9, Mike Sierra Papa, QSL. And Kilo Delta 9, Mike Sierra Papa, QSL. Nope, he did not make it. He fell through. All right, this N1JUR making last call, QRZ. We are at 3. It would have been 3. We're at 2, actually. Sorry. I got a station ending in kilo there again. That station ending in kilo again. Man, it's like nobody wants to come back. 2 might be it. All right, nothing heard. This is N1JUR making last call, QRZ.
Whiskey Alpha 9, Tango Mike Uniform.
Whiskey Alpha 9, Tango Mike Uniform. Whiskey Alpha 9, Tango Mike Uniform, QSL?
QSL, roger.
All right, I got you a nice 5757 here into a 396.
QSL, good afternoon. You're 5'8" in Indiana today, thanks.
All right, thanks for the 5'8" in Indiana, and appreciate you hunting in 7-3. All right, this is N1JUR making last call. Yeah, no kidding, Mike. Yeah, oh my gosh, that was 3. This is N1JUR making last call for 8396. We just crossed over 5 minutes, my friend. We just crossed over 5 minutes. All right, so we had a total of 2 contacts. So I'll go back through. I think it was Tom, right? You ended up saying your lucky number was 2 there. I'll have to go back through the chat there and make sure I get you a sticker pack there. I appreciate that, and we'll do an official retaliation there and make sure all those who participated get a fair shake. So all right, with that I am going to wrap up this live stream. As always, I appreciate everybody who's listening and watching, and if you haven't subscribed, definitely subscribe, because we will be doing our live giveaway again for our 1,000 subscribers, and appreciate all you guys and gals for being part of N1JUR Amateur Radio. And with that, I'm going to say 7-3, and enjoy your World Amateur Radio Day, and get out and play some radio.